Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another TalkTruth Live Series. I'm your host, Shanique Davis, and this is Girl Connection. I want to welcome you all to another live stream. Welcome to another family evening where we'll be connecting as women. And of course, by the topic tonight, we'll be discussing something very, let me say, extremely controversial. But brace yourselves, you're going to learn a lot and you're definitely going to enjoy tonight's series. So, without further ado, I'm going to start us off with a brief word of prayer, and then I am going to tell you who tonight's guest is and bring her on screen. Let us pray. Father in heaven, you are good and your mercies endured forever. God, we thank you for good days, bad days, in between days. We thank you, God, for strength and courage and for being with us all the days of our lives. God, we pray tonight that you will be in our midst, that you will cleanse us, breathe upon us, speak through us. Bless your woman servant, God, as she comes to speak to your people. Speak through her, God, and let your words resonate with somebody tonight, that they will leave here not ashamed and not guilty and more aware of what is happening in our lives so that they can seek and get the help they need. God, we ask you for these and other mercies. In Jesus' name. Amen. All right. So basically, it's a topic that is currently affecting women in Jamaica. I'm not sure about the rest of the world, but it is affecting a lot of women here. Y'all know, stop violence against women. So, without me chatting too much, I'm going to tell you what it is we're going to do tonight. 1 in 3 women actually experience domestic violence. Unfortunately, this tragic situation leaves too many of our women feeling as if there is no hope, no escape. And yet, women as human beings have their rights violated in such cases, and their right to live freely is violated. Their right to think freely, to do whatever they do normally, is violated. And so, we want justice to be served. Who is going to rescue these women? Who will save them? Who will deliver them? Right? And we are getting information tonight that will indeed set us free. And so we have a guest from Quality Day Foundation here with us. She will be helping us to address and alleviate the pains that come with abuse or violence against women. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me make welcome Miss Kim.
Hi.
Hi,
everybody.
You look excited.
I'm a little nervous, but we're going to get through it.
Please. I'm so glad that you could actually take the time to join us.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
I really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Thank you.
And by that smile, I can tell that this is a topic that you're very passionate about.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So I want you to take the time to just tell us a little bit more about yourself and why you're here tonight. Well, what Quality Foundation does. Quality Day.
Quality Day Foundation is a nonprofit for domestic violence. We help women, we help men, and we also help teens as well. The teen domestic violence is on the rise, even though domestic violence within the adults are on the rise as well, but we're starting to see more with teens. We are based out of Dallas, Texas, and we are connected to different people throughout different states to help anybody that needs to be rescued. We provide counseling, emergency housing, food, bus passes, things along those lines. We give you an out for you to call you can call and we could talk and we can figure out what we can do to get you out of that situation that you're in and to get you to safety, because safety is our number one priority.
Yes. I love that.
Thank you.
My first question, of course, is
Okay.
what is abuse or violence against women? What is that?
Well, everybody sees domestic violence as physical because you can see the bruises, you can see the marks, you can see, all of that. But people don't understand or realize that abuse comes in other forms. You have, well, we know physical, you have the mental, you have the sexual, you have the financial, you have the psychological. It's so many that honestly, when you talk to people and people start listening, then they start thinking, am I in a domestic violence situation? Like, what is going on? Like, I'm listening to what you're saying and I'm looking at the signs, and I know that happened to me, but I don't know if that's really domestic violence. And yes, sis, it is. It is. I'm sorry to say, a lot of us don't want to realize that we are in love with someone who treats us like crap.
Yeah, yeah. And that really puts us in gear for the second question. We've heard, as you said, a lot of people talking about violence, it's
Hmm?
this, it's that lately. But how does it actually start? I mean, I've been living with this guy forever. High school sweethearts, the dream team.
Hmm. Hmm.
And he's been doing this for a while. So, how? Like, when? Where?
I want to say everybody's situation is different.
Uh-huh.
Um, I can tell you about somebody that came or called me, and it was kind of different because he's never shown any type of violence towards her. The problem with that was they're just chilling, watching TV, and she decides that she's going to start picking with him. So she decides that she pretty much going to put her hands on him.
Mm.
So he defended himself, but then that's where the whole catch 22 comes in from. Because if he's never laid a hand on you, what are you doing and why are you doing it? And when I asked her that question, she told me she was bored. She wanted to see what he would do. So in all actuality, I know it's hard to believe. Some of the stories that I have, girl, whoo, you be like, really? That really? Yes, ma'am. That really happened. I asked her what exactly could I do for her, and she didn't have an answer because she doesn't need anything from me. She wasn't going to leave him because he didn't do anything to her. She did something to him.
Mm.
So you know, it happens to men as well, but it's all these crazy situations.
Yes.
Is
Right. And we're not discrediting what the men are saying
right,
because we know that
right,
women harass them.
right.
There are cases where they get raped by
Yes,
women.
yes,
Women abuse them
yes.
physically,
Hmm.
emotionally, all the
Yes,
alleys.
it
But
will.
being that tonight is Girl Connection, if
Hmm.
we can get somebody to come and, probably share their experience as a guy,
Hmm.
fine. We'll do
Okay,
that on a Saturday night. But
okay.
this girl, she just woke up and chose death. Like,
Yep.
you
Yep.
want to know what he's going to do.
Hmm.
So, you listen.
Is yeah. Everybody is different, and it's some. It starts at home. They've seen it at
Mhm,
home. They've seen what their mother and father then went through, or their father is not in their life, and they've seen their mother go through it, and they think it's okay when it's not okay.
mhm,
Um, it just sometimes is just the weight of the world to them, and it doesn't matter what she says or no matter what she does. If he's going to attack, he's going to attack, and there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's just out of
yeah,
nowhere. And then but then there are signs though. Sometimes there are signs, a little pushing, a little shoving, You know, some name calling. There are red flags that you need to pay attention to. And then if you're not paying attention to the red flags, then you know,
Yeah.
you're just there, honestly.
Yeah. And your sister Erica is actually here. Say, hey, ladies.
Hey, sis.
Hey. And she's asking if gaslighting is a part of domestic violence.
Yes, it is.
Mm.
Gaslighting is.
Mm-hmm.
It's gaslighting is not new, but it kind of runs with being a narcissist a little bit. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, them talking to you and then you're responding back to them, but they're twisting your words.
Mm-hmm.
So then they twist it around to make it be about it's your fault, it's your problem, it's not theirs, it's you. So then we as women start, okay, is it me? What did I do? And then we're sitting here trying to, you know, calculate and figure out, no, that really wasn't me. That really wasn't. But then when you try to go to him and have an adult conversation, sometimes I just wouldn't do it just because you're already feeling bad as it is. And then you're apologizing for something that you didn't do. So now
Mm-hmm.
you're owning what he's done to you. And you're saying now it's okay. So it just gets worse from there.
And
And
then
then
you start blaming yourself for
yes,
everything that he is
yes,
inflicting on you.
yes. Because
Mm-hmm.
it's not him. It's not him, it's you. You know, you need to, you know, you need to do what I've asked you to do. It's not hard if you just listen to what I said. We'll be all right.
You know, you're talking now as if so you're it sounds to me as if you actually have an experience of your own. Is that
Yeah,
right?
of course. Yeah. I mean, I've never been what you say physically, but the mental part has been there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, yes, I understand because you're looking at like, okay, I know I ain't crazy. Maybe a little bit, but not that off.
Mm,
So, you know, yeah, the mental has definitely been there, you know, absolutely.
yeah.
I think
So,
honestly, kind of we all have touched it a little bit.
mhm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So basically, gaslighting is you being in a frame of mind where you start questioning
And
or
yes, yep,
doubting your own sanity. So
yep,
he's blowing up all of this fuel,
yep,
and you're just lighting away, and
yep.
you're going off saying, you know,
Mm-hmm.
honey, I'm so sorry that I cooked food and you didn't like it, like something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
So
that's
no,
and
it's your
that's
fault.
exactly it. Yep. And that's exactly it. You're minding your business, doing your own thing. He walks in the door, and I didn't want that for dinner. But you didn't tell me what you wanted for dinner. And any other time, you've never said that you wanted something different. So, you know,
Uh,
I'm not going to
and
eat that, or they'll throw it in the trash. Um, don't you understand? We're in a whole pandemic here. Sorry,
yes.
we don't have no money like that. I'm gonna need for you to not do that at all.
All right, you sound like you are the sassy one. Based on your experience, Miss Kim, what were some of the signs of abuse or violence? Some of the signs that you picked up on, those red flags, those no, no, no. Mm-hmm.
um, I noticed with the younger generation that they're okay with their partner calling them the B word. We all have our own boundaries and what we will or won't tolerate. And if you're that, so it makes it hard for me because I'm not going to tolerate you calling me out my name. So that's the red flag for me. But for the next woman, that might be okay because that's how he shows, well, that's how she's used to receiving affection. So that's a red flag. Them calling you out your name. Um, all of a sudden they're not working, you're working, and they're taking all your money. That's a sign. I don't feel like going to work today. So now you got to deal with all the bills and the kids. He's not helping you around the house at all. He doesn't help with his kids. That's a sign. Now, mind you, these are his kids. That's a sign. Um, if he starts making you feel, he's belittling you.
Yes.
That's a sign.
Clear sign.
That's a sign right there. I mean, if you can't have an intelligent conversation and every other word is a derogatory name, that's a sign.
Especially when there are some of them that you mentioned, narcissists, they actually attack your self-esteem as a woman, make you feel unwanted,
Everything.
unappreciated, and all of that. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Yes.
Erica says, is asking me my code to my phone.
Yes, it is. Erica's on it. Erica's on it. Yes, it is. I mean, in all actuality, it is a sign. They tell you it's a sign because they don't trust you. They don't believe anything that you're saying. They're trying to protect you because you haven't. When they start trying to separate you from your friends and your family, that's a sign too. Because next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll be like, I ain't seen my mama in a year. Such and such just ran across my mind. I ain't seen her in a while either. But then when you start to reach it out, then everybody's like, what happened to you? Nobody knows what happened to you. You don't even know what happened to you. And you can sit up here and say, yeah, it's life, but now he's trying to separate you so then he can manipulate you more to where you are completely dependent on him. So then that's when he starts to get in your head that, well, your mama didn't love you anyway. Your friends, all they doing is using and abuse you anyway. And nobody loves you but like I do.
Wow. Nobody loves you like I do.
Nobody loves you like I do.
Who cares about you? Don't you see?
Right.
Your mama don't like you. Your daddy don't like you.
Yes.
Erica don't like you.
Right.
What?
Yes.
Why? I'm the only one. But some of us as women, though, we get so caught up in being in love and having this person that, it's harmless. Him asking me for the code from my phone, please, that's nothing. Like, I just give him the code. It's 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. And that's the thing. Once you start handing over a little bit of your power, eventually you're not going to have any power. You're going to be powerless. So then that's when he's gleaming from ear to ear. And now I'm in there. So now I can do whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do it. And guess what? You can't say or do nothing because I got you wrapped around my finger. Period.
So they start telling you how to spend your money. Take your
9 times out of 10, you don't have any. 9 times out of 10.
Car, take your house. They ask you to, tell me about the little family plot around there or something. And start telling them all the secrets. And I'm not saying that we shouldn't, have these kind of discussions in the family. But when somebody tries to overthrow your authority as a human being by taking over all your stuff, then it's a cause for concern, right?
Yes, it is. It really is. Yes. And we have to recognize that as women. He just loves me hard. No, ma'am. I need you to understand that honestly, he might say he love you, but he don't. Because if he's putting his hands on you, if he's talking down to you, and he's making you feel like this little bitty person, honey, he don't love you. Yeah. He doesn't. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow. I know. But in reality, he doesn't. And it's time to move on. And honestly, you're better by yourself. But the way the world is today, you're better off by yourself.
Wow. How can women end these kind of relationships though? You've invested so much into a person. Maybe you're the woman who sent him to finish his degree. Maybe you paid for him to learn a skill. You bought a house together, a car together. You have children, business, all this other stuff. How do you say, I think we're better off apart? I love you, I respect you, but
if he's abusing you, as in really physically abusing you, I wouldn't advise to do that. I would advise to come up with a safety plan, which means you need to call me. We can help you come up with a safety plan. And you're going to have to, when I say move, you're going to have to move, because not only is your life at risk, if you have kids at risk, now my life and the people that I deal with is at risk because we're trying to save you. So when I say this is what we have to do, ma'am, I need for you to do that quickly. So I wouldn't advise telling him that you're going to leave him, because if you do leave him and you tell him that, you're not going to leave out alive. You're going to probably be dead, especially if he's really physically abusing you. You're not. I would just act like I'm going to work or going to the grocery store or going to someone's house, and I wouldn't return. Whatever all that y'all had, eventually it'll come back around. But right now we need to keep you alive and be at peace. Period. Safety. You have to protect yourself at all times.
Yeah. That I totally agree with that, because here I've heard so many reports over the news, local news and the papers, talking about women who actually have lovers who invest in their education, invest in them, in so many ways. And women say, yeah, I'm tired of this, so I'm going. And they end up not seeing the next day, or they turn up somewhere. I don't even know.
Yeah. And that's why I recommend, honestly, do not tell him that you're leaving, because you're gonna leave, but it's not gonna be the way you want to leave. You want to leave alive and hopefully bruised, pain free. So if that means you have to lie and manipulate to get out of the house, I need for you to do that.
Wow. You actually remind me of, the movies that I've seen before, when people are talking to persons over the helpline. You sound like one of those persons. I know it's your job, but
yes.
I'm gonna need you to and so and so. Yeah. I feel you. Erica is chatting up. She says, "Do all abusers isolate their partner?" Wow.
I don't want to say all of them, but majority of them do. Yes, they do isolate their, because you have to think about it. I'm trying to be number one in your life. Again, we love each other. I don't know about that, but we love each other. So yeah, of course. I'm gonna have you, I'm gonna tell you whatever I need to tell you to get you to trust me and to love me more. So then I know when I got you, well, there it is. So isolation can come from that. Yes. Is it in every case? No.
All right, cool. What's one thing that you wished a lot of women took more seriously, so that the abuse didn't get so violent? I'm asking that correctly.
I understand what you're saying. I would say, if it's physical, once he hits you one time, that's your out. Period. That is your out. Don't stay. Oh, baby, I love you. Oh, I won't do it again. He lying to you, girl. He lying to you. Get out. That is your sign right there. There's no, get the kids and leave.
Okay. Oh, but Miss Kim, I can't leave.
So then my next question to you is, okay, so do you love your kids or don't you? Do you love yourself enough or don't you? Which one is it? Because if you love yourself and if you love your kids, I'm going to need for you to do what I say. So which means you're going to pack this little bag over here. And when I say move, we going to move. And then I'm going to place you somewhere that he's not going to know unless you, okay? And this is the problem that I have. We removed the phones because we all know phones can be tracked.
Yes.
So the problem with a lot of women is, well, I just don't want to be by myself, or I just really miss him. You know what? I miss him too, but I also value me more. I value my kids more. So what is more important to you? Why would you want to continue to go through that? You have to know what your worth is. You have to. So I need for you to know. And we're going to teach you what your worth is, because we're not going to let you walk around here with low self-esteem. We're not doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. And the final question from me is, what one advice you can give to the woman who might be watching silently, might probably come across this live and see the replay and
Mm-hmm.
is struggling to, get over their ex, caught in between, I love him, but he's violent and I want to go back, and he's luring her in and giving her gifts and apologizing and compensating.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What does she do to overcome this?
At the end of the day, everything is material.
Mm,
Everything is material. In our actuality, I mean, do you really need a car? Do you really need, all this fancy stuff? Do you really need it? Is it worth your life? Is it worth your kid's life? Because if something, the way the law is going now, if you stayed in that abusive relationship and he done something to them kids, you are now charged just as well as he is for what has happened to those kids, because you had the opportunity to get out, but you didn't. Everything is about a choice. We're just trying to encourage you to make the right choice. You need to love yourself enough, love your kids enough to know that everybody struggles. From the rich people to the poor people, everybody struggles. Sometimes it's gonna be a little harder, but still, I need for you to keep going. Don't give up. We got you. It's a lot of resources out here. People constantly saying, "Ain't there's nothing out here." Yes, there is. You just have to talk to the right people.
yeah.
So if I'm on Facebook, I'm on Instagram, Snapchat, Twitter, all that. Reach out. I'm here. I'm willing to help you in any way I can. If you're not even in the state of Texas, trust and believe, I know other people
You
in
know
other states
somebody.
that we can make something move.
Mm-hmm.
Because again, when I say move, sis, I need for you to move.
This
Okay?
is a movie. Like, have you listen to me now, Miss Kim? Do all victims in domestic violence experience low self-esteem?
I wouldn't say all of them, but if you continue on into that relationship, yes, you will have low self-esteem because he's going to strip all of that from you, all of it. You could be this confident woman, and then by the time he get done with you, I don't even know my name anymore. Who am I? What did I do? I don't know anything. So yes, it's part. They don't all have it, but yes, if you stay in that relationship, honey, yeah, you gonna get it.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Byfield is here. He says, should you give a chance where there is verbal abuse?
I'm gonna say no, 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 and no, sir. We're not doing that. No, it's
No, no,
that
I
is that's
know.
it's yeah. It's not. That's not okay. It's not okay for you to be cussing me out. It's not okay for you to be making me feel this small. That's not okay. My thing is, let's reverse some things. Is it okay for you? Do you talk to your mama like that? Yes or no? The answer is no. If you respect your mom, the answer is no. You're not gonna do that. So why are you treating me like that? Why? So no, sir. Verbal abuse, no. Mm-mm. No.
I think he's asking for a friend, but thank you,
Okay.
Pastor Byfield.
No,
Thank
you
you.
shouldn't. Yeah, you should. No. No. The
Yeah.
answer is no. Sorry. No. Sorry.
All
No.
right. So the answer is no. No to violence, no to abuse.
Period. Period.
Physically,
Yes.
financially,
Yes.
sexually, whatever.
Yes.
Nah. Nobody
No.
enough time for that?
Yes.
No.
It's okay to be alone. I need for you to understand it's okay to be alone. It's okay. I'd rather have a peace of mind to where I can go to sleep, because the key word is sleep, which means I'm resting. So that's the whole point that we're trying to get to. I need to be feeling at ease, that I can close my eyes and actually have a good 8 hours of sleep, or maybe 6, however you sleep, but a good 6 to 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Period. Yes.
Well, that's it for the half hour. Woo! And boy, those were some really great questions, Erica.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you. I'm sure that if anybody else were to come on and catch the live, they would learn a whole lot.
Yes. And the answer is no to abuse. Period. In the store. We're not doing that.
Not to abuse. All right. All right. Cool. No. I'm gonna take these 2 last questions, and then we're gonna have 10 questions with Kim. Okay. Is it fair to say bullying is a part of domestic violence?
Okay, Erica.
She's teasing you. Yes.
I know I knew she was gonna do this. She's gonna do this. Erica's a mess. I love her, but she a mess. Is it fair to say yes, it can be, because you can be bullied by your partner. So yes, it doesn't happen just in school. It can happen at home too. Mm-hmm. Everything happens 9 times out of 10. You've seen it, you've experienced it some way, shape, or form. So once you've had all of that, yeah, just leave, please. Thank you.
Miss, I'm gonna need you to move. Should men leave women that verbally abuse them? Wow.
Yes. 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 Should men leave? Yes. Because it's abuse at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. I mean, how do you feel when she's talking to you crazy? Are you okay with it? You're not okay with it. It makes you feel some type of way. It starts chipping at, let's go to the self-esteem. It starts chipping that away. So then you forget who you are during this whole process. You've lost yourself. Now you turn into depression. Why?
So eating away at the man's, little ego, they have this ego thing.
And then what happens with that? I've seen women that the verbal has turned into physical. I don't know why. Get someone to sit down, girl. Do something. We're not doing that. But yes, you should leave. Please and thank you.
Miss Erica, last question. What is the sign you give when you're in a domestic violence relationship and you on FaceTime with a friend? Wow.
She would do that. So if you're talking to someone on FaceTime like this, and let's say I have an abuser in the home with me, and of course, he's lurking because I'm on FaceTime, so he's making sure that you're not saying or doing anything wrong. So if I start gently, sometimes you'll see them start gently touching their hair, fixing their face, and then all of a sudden they'll throw a sign at you, call the police. You see how quick that was? Because he's not, you got to not pay it, just kind of play it off. Like, okay. And when he turns his back, and if she goes like this, call 911. She needs help. ASAP.
Yes, I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Ooh, I like that. All right. People are missing out, I'm sure. Yes. But we're going to get right into these 10 questions just so everybody can get to know you a little bit more.
Oh, Lord, here we go.
Thank you all for staying with us this time, this whole time.
Yes.
And I'm sure that you learned a lot, because this thing here is, that's it for me. It's this for me.
Yes.
All right. So, Miss Kim, brace yourself.
Okay.
It's 10 questions.
Okay.
If you could be an actress, who would it be and why?
Who would it be? Angela Bassett. Yeah, Angela Bassett. I could be, because I think she is one hell of a woman. I really do. From the roles that she played, and when she played in role,
when she got her role back.
Yes. Because I was wishing that was me trying to get the groove.
Listen, if you could be a fruit, what would it be?
A fruit. Let me see. Fruit. What? A pineapple. I'd be a
Okay.
pineapple. I'd be a
Okay.
pineapple because it's good for your soul.
Okay. Silence is my superpower. What's yours?
Silence
Mm-hmm.
is just. I probably agree with that. Silence. Because I'm one of those type of people that I'm always in the back. To be honest, I didn't want to be the face of my business because, it's so safety. If safety is an issue,
Yeah.
And I just want to be able to help you without, I don't want to say like a thief in the night, but like a thief in the night. Like I just want to come through, get you, and that's it. And we just gonna roll out and call it a day. But everybody says you have to be the face of your business. Nobody knows your business. Nobody gonna treat your business better than you. So here I am.
Commendable. What's your favorite color?
Jeez.
No.
You asking some questions. Ooh, okay, color. I mean, I like all colors, honestly. I'm kind of the rainbow child a little bit, but I'd say Tiffany blue. Tiffany blue. I'll go with that. If I had to pick a color, because I like all colors. I'm so colorful, it's crazy.
All right. Favorite self-care tip?
Girl, take some time to yourself. Yes. If it's nothing but sitting on the toilet for 30 minutes, even though you might not be doing nothing, okay? Take some time to yourself. Please.
We didn't hear that. Favorite hobby?
Beading. That's my favorite hobby. Yes, I love, I make jewelry. That's my favorite thing to do. It's my therapy for me. That's how I decompress some days. I'm like, okay, I go in here, let me get my spinning. We just go, and next thing you know, I done made about 10 bracelets in a matter of a few minutes because my mind is just, working. So yeah, beading is, that's where Beat the Purpose came in from, because Quality Day Foundation, domestic violence, trauma. Beading comes in for the healing aspect. So, the bracelets that we make are the hematite, the protecting and the energy, all of that good stuff. So that's the whole purpose behind, Beat the Purpose. So we make bracelets, and every bracelet that is bought, one is given to a survivor.
I love that. Do you have a favorite joke? What makes you laugh?
I don't know what really makes me laugh, because it could be something that's really just childish, and I'll bust out laughing, and everybody's looking at me like I don't get it. I can't explain it. It just happened. I could be a little bit of a goofball. Some things that, Erica would say that comes out my mouth don't even make sense. And I'm like, well, that could be true too.
All right. Favorite food?
Ooh, I love a good soul food, soul food, the macaroni, the cheesy macaroni and the cheese, and green beans or greens. And back in the day, it used to be greens. It used to be green beans, macaroni, cheese, and a pork chop. Now I've had to change that, but that's my favorite right there.
Okay. Do you sing?
Girl, I wish. In the shower? I sound real good in the shower. Yes.
Me too. All right. And for my last, but my favorite question of all time.
Okay.
Brace yourself for this one. Give us your best Caribbean accent.
Let me think. Cause let me see, Caribbean. So yeah, so it's like the ting. Y'all do the little ting a little bit. So I really don't have much of a ting to do, but there it is. Like, hello, girl.
Ting. Okay, I get you.
Yes, it's a ting. Yes.
Ting.
Yes.
All right. Very good attempt, by the way. A lot of people fail this, but that was a very good attempt. Ting, yes, we say ting a lot. Thing. Holy pot things,
Yes.
scandal bag of things, peer things,
Yes.
things. Yeah, not
Things. Yes.
things.
Yes.
Things.
Things. Yes.
Very good. I love it. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, this has been a great conversation. Like, listen,
Yes.
when I tell you that I'm gonna have to rewatch it because this thing that you did,
Yes.
I need to. Yeah, I
Call
need to
911.
like talk
Yes.
to some of my girls and
Yes.
let them know
Yes.
that we need
Yes.
to come up with some,
Please. Yes.
even if it's not your significant other, if you're in an
Hmm.
environment and you're feeling threatened.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. People need to know that is the universe language for I need help and I need help now.
Oh,
Hmm.
oh,
Yes.
wow.
So hope that's the thing. A lot of people don't know that, and it's like you want everybody to know, but then you don't want the abuser to know because if you see you
Yes.
do it, then that's gonna turn into a different type of situation that nobody wants. So
Mm,
yeah, yeah, I would say everybody needs to know that sign, and we're gonna figure it out and work it out. But pay attention if anybody is doing it. I need for you to call 911. Period.
and I'm really glad I learned that here. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all
Yes.
for staying tuned to us, um, for listening and paying attention and all of that. Thank you for showing Miss Kim some love, because of the work that she does.
Thank
She
you,
can't tell us her full name, but you just refer to her as Kim,
Kim.
right? We
Correct.
learned the
Mm-hmm.
universal help language
Mm-hmm.
for somebody call the police.
Mm-hmm.
I am in trouble. Okay? Yeah.
Yes.
I
Yes.
want you all to pay close attention to your environment.
Mm-hmm.
Find
Please.
people you can trust,
Mm-hmm.
keep your circle
Yeah.
abreast of your location
Yes.
and all of that.
Yes. And I
Especially
highly
Jamaican
recommend
women.
that. Oh,
Talk to
I
me.
highly recommend that. Yes. You need to pay
Mhm.
attention to your surroundings, and if you know the thing with that is we as a community need to stop um making people feel bad because of the choices that they, made. Um you see me, help me. Don't make me feel like crap. Help me. At the end of the day, I need help. I don't know how to get the help. I'm asking you for help. Help them. Don't judge them because that's what stops them from asking for help. So just listen and try to come up with a way to get them out.
Yeah. Beautiful. Well said. Well, thank you again, Miss
Thank
Kim.
you. Thank you.
We definitely want to have you on a panel segment. I haven't figured out, when we're going to do that yet, but I have
Okay.
spoken to people who have been in these types of situations, and I think it would be really good to have experts, your expertise, and have persons who've experienced it come on and share again. Thank you. Have a
Yes. You're
beautiful
welcome. Thank you.
and safe rest of your night. Thank you, Erica, for coming. Thank you, Miss Florita Lewis, Pastor Byfield, Kemar Davis, all the people who tuned in silently and did not say hi. I'm not feeling away, but thank you all for coming. This has been Talk Truth Series, Real Talk, Real People Live. See you guys on the next stream. We will announce when. Thank you all for tuning in. Have a safe night,
Bye,
everyone.
guys.
Bye.